All right, folks. Next day here with the Chevy Cruze. Let's go ahead and go around it, see if there's anything new. We did clean it up a little bit because it was just in really bad shape for us. So let's go ahead and take a look. So you can see here the right front tire, passenger front tire is just gone. Cleaned out the trunk. It's going to be kind of hard to see because it's just a black trunk, but not too much in there. Just some of the parts I took off the front. Keep all the screws and all the parts with the car so I don't lose them. One thing we did find is that we found the since it doesn't have a spare tire, it's got the fix-a-flat stuff in the container and a compressor. Guess we're going to need some more of that, or we need to find a spare tire for it, which again is not a big deal. We cleaned out the interior, and I ran my code scanner. Let's see if we turn it on here. We should see check engine light's going to stay on until we start it, I think. Alright, so check engine light's still on, but it's not beeping at us like it was. Here you can see it says right front tires low, service vehicle soon, trunk open, left rear tires low. Now we're back to the menu, so at least we can see everything. Check engine light was for a misfire. We'll have to read it again here coming up, but I did get rid of the beeping. So the beeping was the hood latch. So I guess if you've got one of these cars and you know the hood latch is latched, you can take this out, and that could be the cause of our check engine light, again, because it sees that the circuit's open. But at least with it unplugged, it doesn't beep all the time. So you can see again the car's still running. We got a bulb out here on the passenger side, but I think we're going to get into taking some of this apart and get an idea of what we need to be looking at for replacement parts. Look at that, they even put a little bow tie in the headlight. So we'll get you guys set up on the stand, get the car shut off, and we'll get some of this front taken off. Alright, so here's the hood latch, and I was saying yesterday, you can see this crack right here. That's not going to work, and I think that's why it's all bound up. It doesn't even work. But I'm thinking about taking and drilling this rivet out right here, and then putting some tape over that switch, or figuring out which way the switch works. And I think that's how it works when it's closed. It pushes down on it. And I'll do that and see if we can get rid of that check engine light. Just go through the codes and we'll see if that's it. I did have a code yesterday for hood latch circuit high, which I think it just means that it's unplugged. So get this drilled out, get some tape on it, and we'll plug it back in. One thing I'll say is you usually don't want to take a hood off by yourself because you're afraid you're going to break the windshield, but as we went over already, this windshield's broken, so I'll take a chance and take it off by myself. Go in and check this out. So just looking at it, it looks like, you know, here the tabs that hold the fenders on are probably a little tweaked. Maybe the hood hinges are as well. It does appear like they are. I'm probably a bad auto repair guy because I don't get too excited about new hood hinges. It's not like you're taking the hood up every day and it needs to be exactly perfect. I just make sure that my gaps are good along the fenders, and as long as it lines up with the hood, I think we're pretty good. Here you can see, now I don't know if this is factory. This side wasn't hit very hard. This is the crash bar. The crash bar's got a little bit of damage to it. See, it's got a little bit of a wrinkle right there, and then right here on the end of this frame rail, it's just got a little bit of a bow. I'm not real personally concerned about that. I got my guys at the pole yards. They're going to get me a new bar, a new front fascia, and a new fender, a new hood, and you know, one thing you can save a lot of time and money on is if they are color matched. So I'm probably going to put out a little bit more money on parts because they're guaranteed to be the same color, but it's going to save me having to paint it and that expense and that time. So you know, it's a balance whether you paint it yourself or if you want to blend the paint and all that. But I personally don't get excited about painting cars. Over here, I did think it was odd that, you know, they used 10mm bolts on everything except this one, and then there's one more right here. You can see right here. Those are Torx to hold the fender on. We'll go ahead and get this trim out of here. We can leave it loose because when they replace the windshield, they're going to have to do that anyways. But you can see, must have been dirty wherever this thing was parked, but it needs a bath. We got the hood off. We did tape up the switch here, so that's good. It might be worth putting some washer fluid in the tank, or at least some water, and see if the tank holds water or if it's damaged. If it's damaged, we'll have to get a new one. Got to have windshield washers. But we do have whatever this top cooler is. I'm not sure if that's I don't know what that one is. It's got a little bit of a kink to it, but I don't know that I'm going to get excited about replacing it. And as I mentioned yesterday, the intercooler's got a little bit of damage there. I don't think there's any holes, at least not from this, not from the damage that we're looking at today. So I think we're gonna let that one ride as well. All right, we got the code reader plugged in. And I'll crank the key forward to on. Go down here to OBD2 diagnostics and let it run its scan. 1 DTC in the ECU, so let's go see what it says. Hood switch circuit high. Let's see what else we got. Engine hood switch circuit high. P06DD permanent. Might have to look that one up. And then an engine switch circuit high. Alright, well we put the switch back on, so I'm going to go ahead and erase the codes. Hit OK. Alright, so let's start it up. Alright, so you can see that got rid of the check engine light right here. So if we go back in here, I don't know that we can read the codes if the car's running. We'll look. So we've got this P06DD and a P257F. I might give those a look up just to make sure. This one says it's a permanent. I don't know if it's something that so many starts will take and clear it. But we did get rid of everything. We've got low pressure here in the information center. We got the trunk open. Right front's at 0 psi. Left rear is at 1 psi, and we've got the hood open. So maybe that switch works the opposite way. Maybe I'll go and untape it. Let's just give that a shot. Alright, went out there and untaped it, and it said the hood closed. So apparently it works the opposite way than I thought. Still need to work on cleaning it up quite a bit, and we need to get some components. So this one may get put out in the hold area until we get a little further along, but we will get a set of tires for it, because we do need a set of tires. Obviously we've got 2 bad ones off the bat, and I'm going to put my wife in this car, so I want to have some good tires. We'll get some new tires mounted up, and we'll see what's going on. Alright folks, just wanted to cover something real quick. I said we talked about this earlier. I found the tire inflation stuff here. So this would be the stuff that you can go 50 miles an hour. Less than 50 miles an hour, you can fill up your tire with this. It's a tire inflator, so air compressor for your tires, but you can also put this goo in here to get your tires up. This car doesn't have a spare, so that's what they use. But apparently they had some problems here, because I found both sets of tire repair T-handles in the car, different places. I think this was in the trunk and this was in the console, and a set of the sticky strips that you put in. But I would say most of the time you can get away with using this, but this goo and the air compressor, but you guys need to go to the tire shop and get that fixed. I think that might have been the cause to this accident. I think that possibly this tire went down because it had a problem. So those roadside kits are really good to get you off the road, but you need to make sure that you go and get it taken care of afterwards. You know what? I think we're gonna check this bottle out yet. Since it's completely empty, I don't know. So this is just water. that's about half a gallon of water, and you can see there's the line for it. I don't see it leaking out anywhere, so it's good to check that. I did splash this as water. You don't want to test these with the washer fluid because it's bad for the environment and bad for your pets if they decide to take a chance at drinking it. But this is just water. Obviously it's got a little bit of the stuff in there, but it's very diluted. So I'm going to let this set, and I'll have to come back to you guys and let you know how our leak test works. But I think this will work out just fine. I don't expect it to leak since our impact was on the passenger side, and this is on the driver's side. I think we're going to be okay. But it's something that if we need to get it fixed, it's easier to do before we put the bumper on. So that's why we're checking it now. And this isn't distilled water, it's just water I used for Desi for him to fill up his water bowl. So that's just something quick I wanted to throw in.